Look
Peace,
who's out
darling.
here re-upping their
Form
sub like
elder
some kind of
is
hero.
among us. Coco Village.
Praise! Beef.
Coco Village. Coco Village.
Coco Village. Hello, everybody. How's it going? I really appreciate the Coco Village redemptions. Okay. I've already lost track of the animal. I've already lost track of the dog. Also, hello, everyone. Look what's back. Look what's back. It's all of it. Hey everybody.
Coco Village.
I should give the dog a treat before he destroys the entire stream so I can like get to it. But the stream is back. The overlay is back. And you can spin the colors. Well done, Ollie. Yeah, so there's two new redeemables that sort of replace / like change up how the vibe stuff works. So you can do a color spin, which will randomize all the colors on the stream and give us a pretty new gradient like that. Well done, Kev. Oh, the fucking trans colors. It just happened to land on trans colors. I promise that's not like built in. It's all just randomized. Anyway, and I'll get to the thank yous for the subs in a second. But the other thing you can do is you can redeem a color takeover, which uses whatever your color is from chat and uses that to apply a gradient based on your colors. Amazing. So you can spin the colors or you can take it over for yourself. The dog is destroying everything, so let's go ahead and give him a treat. And stuff does indeed keep pepenning. So, all right. Okay. Got the dog cam. There's the butt.
Hey, someone gifted subscriptions. Thank you.
We got a gifted sub from Ollie. Thank you. That gifted sub goes right to Flynn. Goes directly to the dog. That close up. Here, let's come over here, bud. Oh my goodness. Wait. And there it is. There it is. Oh, come on. Where's the... There it is. There we go.
Peace, starlings, for an elder is among us.
I know my daughter will be mad when I tell her that you gave Flynn treats while she was at school. Look, the dog needs treats regardless of everything, okay? That is the one constant in this world. What am I going to do if I can't get the dog a treat? What else do you even do? Anyway, let's quickly let's take a look at all the people. Well, I can try to get the dog on the dog cam. Everything's back as it meant to be. We've got the dedicated dog cam space. I'm manually controlling said dog cam right now. This is not one of those fancy like cameras that can follow a subject. This is just me. I don't know if you can hear the squeaks that are happening, but he is squeaking. This dog do be squeaking. Okay, well, enjoy that while I read off the people who subscribed. Let's see. Ollie, 18 months or 19, still don't know how to read the notification properly. Deepwater, thank you very much. Kryptonite for 24 months. That is, I checked in a book and that's 2 years. Overreacting at 3 months. Ollie gave out a gifted sub. We got a hype train. And 23 and or 24 months for Fellwing. Excuse me, burping a little bit. Well, thank you. Thank you all so very much. I truly cannot believe that we've got people in the 2 year range. It does not feel like it. But I do actually want to talk a little bit about creator stuff at some point during this stream. We'll see. It's not super pressing. There's nothing to announce. I just kind of want to reflect. How's it going, everyone? Y'all doing good? I didn't do my intro. Hold on. Did the dog cam freeze? No, the dog just froze. Hello, everyone. My name is Endeavorance. It is Tuesday, April 1st. I know this one. And also a year. That's good. I did it. So as a reminder, there were no April Fool's jokes in yesterday's Stuff Keeps Happening. And this is also going to be a very serious stream. Do not laugh. If you laugh, then you are showing disrespect because this is a very serious stream. And I will not tolerate being not taken seriously. Everybody put on your serious face. because we're gonna face the world together. Seriously. Did my serious face. I'm gonna fight comedy. It's April Fool's Day. Yeah, I already am mad. I already opened up Blue Sky, and Blue Sky was doing a April Fool's joke, and it's like kind of funny, but also like, Blue Sky is doing an April Fool's joke where they pretended to listen to the feedback about the limitations on post length, and Blue Sky has a limitation of 300 characters. Threads and Mastodon are at 500, so people have been requesting for Blue Sky to increase the cap, and for today's April Fools, they decreased it to 299 characters, which, like, okay, haha, you've acknowledged it, but that means that you've acknowledged it. Can we actually just get the thing we're asking for? Because, like, it's not a big deal. Let us just post 500 fucking characters. It's not that big of a deal. Mastodon's been doing this since, like, 2016? 2017-ish? I forget when it first hit the scene. I've been on it since 2017. It has had 500 and in some cases unlimited post length limits. Just let it happen. It's gonna be okay. It lets people get out a salient point in one post instead of a million. Even if it's just like lets me do 2 posts instead of a giant thread, it's just a matter of like I can compose a thread for Mastodon and Threads at the same time, but then I have to customize it specifically for Blue Sky because Blue Sky is special. Very obnoxious. It's kind of funny, but like fix it. Yeah, like it would be funny if it wasn't actually annoying, you know? Like it's kind of funny, but it's primarily just annoying. Harold Butler says Mastodon, like the musical group Mastodon. Basically, similar level of appeal. No, it's an open source social network. So Mastodon is a Twitter-like social network that is built on open protocols, like not crypto, not at all crypto, as opposite crypto as you can get. It's based on like simple open protocols, and the idea is that it is a big federated coalition of interconnected social media websites that all sort of like speak the same language to each other, but are governed by their own communities. So think like if you were like on the web back in the like forum days where like there was a bunch of communities that each have their own forums. Imagine that, but they could cross post to each other if they wanted to. That is kind of the idea. A bunch of independent communities that have their own rules and purposes and focuses and whatever, but they can still crosstalk to each other, so you're not just locked into one space, and you also don't need to make an account on a trillion different websites. You just have your one account that can interact with your community and then any community that your community talks to, which is usually all of them. So yeah, it's that. Astral.camp is the Mastodon community that I run for my community. If we go to astral.camp/@Endeavorance, you can see here, this is me on Mastodon. So it's just nothing special. It's a reverse chronological feed of posts that I post on. This is where I consider my canonical like social media. Like this is the account that I consider to be my main social media account. It's not my biggest following by any means, 1.6 thousand followers. But it is, I am wholly in control of this. I own this social media website. And anybody who's in my community is welcome to join this and use it as well. And you'll know that like, it's not some faceless content moderation team that's making determinations on what is and isn't allowed to be posted. It's just your boy and the community at large. So it's nice. It's very nice to know that I can talk about what I want to talk about on here. I know that this is going to be in my control. Like I own the data. It's not going to feed some creepy AI, whatever. So in the event that everything else breaks down and there's plenty of reason to get off of all the other services, this is where I'll remain. But yeah, that's Mastodon. I've been visibly aged by you bringing up the deep tomes. Yeah, dog. It's real. The internet has gone through multiple eras, and many of the folks here, I'm sure, have gone through them. Let's see what people are saying, because I feel like I have not kept up. Let's see. What treats does he get? Because they seem to be delicious, and my foster pups don't like anything I offer them, asks Quentin. So I give him, in here, he gets like peanut butter biscuits, which is a rarity for him. He's not much of a biscuit boy. Now, to be clear, I am a biscuit boy. I love biscuits. But when it comes to dog treats, I don't tend to reach for biscuity dog treats for myself or for the dog. And I usually will give him like dried meat snacks, like jerky-ish type snacks, or greenies. Like those are the big ones. Oh, and rawhides. He gets a rawhide every single morning. Otherwise, it's a crime. If you don't give him a rawhide, he is upset. He's not happy with you, and you've committed a crime. But you have to give it to him specifically when you get your second cup of coffee. Otherwise, it's too early. Get out of here with that shit. Definitely works the peak, even though I'm definitely working very hard, says Totally Poo Poo. I believe you. I totally believe you. You are totally working. Proud to be in the 2-year range. Well, thank you so very much. It's so cool. Thanks. I fucking hate April Fools. April Fools is a dumb holiday. It was kind of funny when the internet companies were doing April Fools jokes at first. And then it wasn't funny at all. Some of the like practical, just like, I like the companies that do just something interesting. Like they use April Fools as an excuse to just do something interesting. Reddit, despite all of its problems, has done a lot of really cool April Fools shit. Like Place is sick. If you weren't paying attention to Reddit, well, congratulations, you've lived a better life than me. But if you were on Reddit, a handful of years ago, they've done this a couple times now. They had this thing called r/place, which was a little app, like little game where every account on Reddit could place a single pixel of color on a canvas every so often, and entire communities, like you had like a cooldown after you placed one pixel. So entire communities would come together and try to like create artwork, but there was a limited space on the canvas. So they were all like battling over ownership for space and stuff. And you could see at the end a time lapse of the whole thing. It was really cool. It was a really cool idea. I think the guy who made r/place went on to make Wordle. I'm pretty sure that's the same guy. I can double check, but I don't really care. I don't think it matters that much. You said greenies and my cat woke up and walked over to the kitchen where his treats are. I'm happy to wingman for your cat getting a treat. Tumblr did a great one last year with the Boopometer. I am not familiar with that one. The time lapse of r/place is mesmerizing, says Siliconsole, as well as Silliest Goofer says r/place. The first r/place was amazing. Agreed. It was really cool. It was really cool. There was also the button that they did one year where it was like everyone got one button press. There was a page with a button and a timer. And if you press the button, it reset the timer. And everyone on Reddit was allowed to click the button at most 1 time. So what happened when the button didn't get pressed was the question. And like people would wait until like the last second and then click the button. And that went on for like years, I think, at least months. Is that even an April Fool's joke? Just sounds like a cool thing to do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like there were some April Fool's jokes that were kind of funny, but now the like tech company launches fake silly feature joke is so overplayed. But there are some that have done like cool shit for April Fools just for fun. And like I mean no disrespect, except for I do. But if you're like in charge of a Discord server and you do that thing where you change the like name and icon of the Discord server to something like random or diametrically opposed to what the server is usually about for one day, like I mostly just, it's a reminder that I should probably leave your server. Like I'm not gonna It's annoying. This is like an app that I rely on for communications. Let's not. Maybe I'm an old grouchy ass, but if I see like a sudden new icon that I don't recognize in my server list on Discord, I'm gonna be like, this is bad. I don't want this. Like, I don't want to not be able to trust my own servers. Google Maps usually had bangers too. Yeah. Oh, my favorite Google Maps one was was Pac-Man. You could like press a button and turn any view from Google Maps into a Pac-Man map, which was sick. Poisonous potato, last year's Minecraft thing. Wait, the poison potato was an April Fool's joke? What? The cloud is someone else's computer? It absolutely is. It very much is. Them cloud boys are just a bunch of people in data centers moving datums around. They take a hard drive, they pull it out, and then they put it in to a different computer, and they move all the datums. It's really important. It's important work. So as I said, we've got the overlay back. We've got the color spin redeemable option, and we've got the color takeover redeemable option. The Chiron has also been updated to appear like in this window, and yeah, I'm gonna be working a bit more on the overlay when I get some time. It's sort of my like random I'm bored, I want to hack on something project right now, but I'm very excited. I'm excited to have it back. I felt a little a double color spin. I felt a bit sad with how I guess I would say brutalist my stream setup has been recently, with just sort of like having things on the screen, but we'll see what changes over time. The other thing I wanted to mention, just to kind of like say this, because I need to be louder about this so that people are aware and can plan accordingly. I'm going to be gone for a little bit later this month. I am taking a vacation, much overdue, quite overdue vacation at the end of this month. So I'm gonna be like out of the country, pretty like hard unavailable, and I'm gonna be taking about a week before and after the trip to prepare and organize and rest a little bit, and then recover and rest and get my sleep back together, because I'm gonna be in a different time zone. I have not been in this level of a different time zone ever, and my sleep is very temperamental. So we're gonna see how I do, but I'm going to be taking a bit of a break beforehand to get everything in order, and then a bit of a break after I return to get myself ready to get back to the grind. During that time, I'm not going to be like hard offline during my like rest before and after. I'll probably be like posting normal shit. I'll probably stream a little bit. Like I'm definitely not going to be doing Stuff Keeps Happening after next week. Next week's episode is the last Stuff Keeps Happening until May. But I'll be posting other stuff and probably streaming. It just might be a bit chaotic. So, are you gonna take a burner phone with you? Yeah, I don't know. I've been really racking my brain trying to figure out where I'm going, or what I'm gonna be bringing with me. If it, like, I'm not sure. So for those who are not aware, the context is the US has recently started being real shitty, real shitty, shittier to people coming back into the country. And I have seen plenty of stories from non-citizens coming back into the country and having border agents basically take their devices and go through their stuff and access their social media and try to find anything that they can use as an excuse to deport them. I've heard of this happening to full US citizens as well, like going through your stuff. I don't know how similarly prevalent it is. There's a lot to consider. One is I'm a white man. There's no ignoring that fact. Like, there's no ignoring the fact that I am the least likely demographic to be targeted at customs. However, if they ask me like what my work is, I don't really know what to say. I don't want to say content creator, but I also don't want to give them a reason to like call me out for lying or some shit. So I'm not sure. I really don't know what I'm going to be doing with regards to that. and I want to be able to have my laptop with me in the event that I need to like do shit. But I don't want them to be going through my laptop. I don't know. It's a struggle, and I really don't know what I'll be bringing. But if you are a person who is traveling out of the country, out of the U.S. or to the U.S., being not a citizen, definitely consider either using a burner phone or otherwise like factory reset your phone before you go through customs, and then restore a backup after you get through customs, because they are allowed to take your phone and go through it. It's fucked. King of Gay 5000 says, journalist seems like it would work, but that could incentivize them to go through your shit. That's what I'm afraid of. Like, I might just say software developer. I might like say software developer and content creator, so that they think that I'm just doing software development and software and content about software development, and they don't like think to check my rhetoric. Because saying like online anarchist influencer is not a great thing to say to customs agents when I'm like, hey, I would like to re-enter the country now, please. But I've definitely been stressed about the spike in just shit people are dealing with when they're trying to travel. Werewolf Doctor, first of all, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Second of all, does that make you a veterinarian? Or like a doctor? If you're a werewolf? Like, are you like like, would you have a license to also work on people? Or dogs? Very confused. Nebula Vendetta, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome in. You can say you do digital marketing. Oh my God. Software development and digital marketing. That's racist. Look, werewolves are people too, but also kind of dogs. I think they're the werewolf. I think they are the werewolf who is a doctor. Fascinating. Very interesting. Did my PhD dissertation on werewolves? Wait, are you serious though? You can absolutely lie to me and tell me that you're being serious, and I'll continue to believe that you literally did a dissertation on like werewolves in literature. But if you actually did a doctoral dissertation on werewolves in literature, that is the single raddest fucking degree I've ever heard of in my entire life. So feel free to lie, and if it's not true, and if it is true, there's no way that I can confirm in either direction. So. What's your favorite werewolf movie? Are you asking me or the doctor? I don't actually know if I can think of a werewolf movie. I'm terrible. My favorite werewolf movie is me playing Diablo 2 as a druid. Oh, holy shit. Wait, it's actually available? Wait, can I pull up your dissertation? Wait, what? Do you mind if I try to find it? What? Hold on. Werewolf dissertation? Am I able to? The Modern Literary Werewolf, a critical study of a mutable motif. Is this it? Or is this? Wait. Oh, wait, you gave a URL. Hold on. We got this. I know how to use the internet. I've used it. I've used it in the past. Sitting on a castle wall in Ireland. Damn, that's a nice castle wall. Where's your thing? My books. Yo! Everybody go check out this. Everybody go here and get this. Get the World Builder's Guide to Societies. Boy howdy, if you had popped into the stream like a little over a year ago, I would have had the podcast for you. World Builder's Guide to Magic, Modern Literary Werewolf. That is rad. What's WorldCat? Internet is a thing. Do you talk about Teen Wolf? That is awesome. That is awesome. Worldwide Library Catalog. Does it mention Twilight? Oh no. I really don't know anything about Twilight, if I'm being honest. I know Bella. Jacob. Jacob is the, wait. Don't tell me. Is Jacob the werewolf or the vampire? Jacob is the... He's the vampire, right? Right? He's the werewolf? Fuck! Who's the vampire? Who's the vampire in Twilight? If it's not Jacob, it's Edward. Yeah, because there's Team Edward and Team Jacob. Imagine being a vampire named Edward. That's like being a vampire named Squidward. Like, no. I don't consider them werewolves. Team Devward. Oh, fuck yeah. I'd make a great vampire. And or a werewolf. I should just be both. I'll just play Skyrim. It's fine. Can you be both in Skyrim? Wait, can you be a werewolf and a vampire at the same time in Skyrim? Can you be a werewolf and vampire in Skyrim? This is important. Good. Screen rant. Screen rant's got us. While not an intended feature, the Dragonborn can become a vampire werewolf hybrid. The pack fully intended for players to only commit to a single monstrous transformation thanks to an oversight. Thanks, Bethesda. It is possible to be both. How? Okay, become a vampire. Adding a werewolf hybrid. Now that you're a vampire lord, you know, first step. Head to Whiterun, go do the thing, do the side quests. When starting up the Silver Hand, it's important to reinstate Serana as one of their followers. Jesus Christ, just tell me how you fucking do it. The important part here is to simultaneously take the blood and transform into a vampire at the same time. If done correctly, the players will first become a werewolf and then extremely quickly back to Vampire Lord. Now, at this point, speak to Serana and agree to become a Vampire Lord to deal with the Soul Cairn. If done correctly, the Dragonborn's werewolf and vampire powers will combine into a single form. It was not intended, so being a vampire werewolf hybrid is fucked up. You'll never take sunlight damage, no matter which form. That's nice. But you can't use vampire seduction. Well, then what's even the point? What is even the point? If I can't, why be a vampire if you can't use your vampire seduction? God damn it. ContraPoints did a really interesting video on Twilight a couple years back. I have not seen as much ContraPoints as I have seen PhilosophyTube, which, of course, go watch PhilosophyTube. Albriano, 31. 31 of you? All at once? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Good to have you. All right. I love PhilosophyTube. Yeah, absolutely go check out PhilosophyTube. If you like my stuff and you haven't watched PhilosophyTube, you're gonna love this shit. PhilosophyTube.
I have a friend.
Go watch. Not right now, but after you're done watching me, go watch PhilosophyTube. Extremely good deep dives into philosophy stuff. Also, she transitioned after already becoming like a really prevalent YouTuber and did an entire episode about the strangeness of transitioning in public and in private simultaneously. It's pretty rad. It's pretty great. PhilosophyTube, you, ContraPoints, and How to Drink are my favorite creators. That is hella High praise. Thank you. Damn. I appreciate that. Philosophy Tube is the video essayist everyone wishes they were. Yeah, I mean, like, absolutely amazing work. And just, like, very theatrical, specifically because she's an actress. Okay, dog's on the move. And settled. Let's get this zoomed in. Can we modify this? Do a bit of a zoomies. There it is. Get the zoom going. Zoom. Okay, perfect. Settled right in today. Yeah, he's a cozy boy. Look at that cozy boy. Oh, he's so cozy. I'm gonna give him a pat on the head because I need to. I need this. This is for me. There we go. There we go. So tomorrow's Liberation Day. Are y'all excited for Liberation Day? Are you making plans? Are you going on vacation for Liberation Day? You should be excited. We're going to be liberated. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this perfect example of liberation from the Associated Press. It's liberation. This is the apparently the video they've got associated with Liberation Day. Trump has dubbed April 2nd Liberation Day for his tariffs. Here's what to expect. So basically, this is his new infrastructure week. This is essentially a day that he's claiming he's going to do like so many tariffs that it's going to be a like new beginning for America. And that's not what the markets are saying. Let's take a look at ye old S&P. Give me that Yahoo. Let's see. S&P 500. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, we're a little bit up today. Let's look at the 5-day. Ooh. Let's look at the 1 month. Ooh. Look at the year to date. Ooh. So basically, there's a lot of tariffs that are about to go into play. And if he actually follows through with all of these tariffs, it's going to get expensive. It's going to get expensive. And like people are already freaking the hell out because he wants to put a big tariff on auto imports. Cars are just straight up not built in America. Not completely, at least. Even the ones that are assembled in America, the materials are brought in from overseas, and those materials are also getting tariffs. The auto industry has already said, like, this is going to be a gut shot to the industry. This is going to just destroy the auto industry as we know it in America. But Trump is a moron and doesn't care or doesn't realize that what he's doing and what he's asking for is essentially impossible. And we've got short-term victory brain rot to the point that this is his approach to everything. Like, in theory, in abstract theory, if you put a bunch of laws in place to encourage localized production, then yes, you can cause a flourishing economy based on creating new jobs here or whatever. But you don't do that by just doing a cliff where suddenly there's tariffs. You do that by first adding incentives and then adding dissuaders, right? Like first add incentives to do better and make more shit here, then add in time-based limitations that will then taper off the old shit, like the old rules. And that lets people actually transition and prepare and move resources, especially human resources, to do shit. It's, won't this affect Tesla too? I mean, yeah, but he's a moron and doesn't care. And he's staked everything on the tariffs. Like he has gone so hard on pushing the tariff stuff that he just is never going to back down from it. DOJ to seek death penalty for Luigi Mangione and CEO murder case. That sounds about right. That sounds right. Luigi Mangione, death penalty. I mean, like, I thought that was already, oh no, 15 minutes ago. Like he's got a bulletproof vest on. Prosecutors directed to seek death penalty against the United Healthcare killing suspect. Of course, Pam Bondi. Of course, Pam Bondi is the reason why. Attorney General Pam Bondi said Tuesday that she has directed federal prosecutors to seek the death penalty against Luigi Mangione. I can't think of a way to be more out of touch. I cannot think of a way to be more out of touch. Luigi Mangione's murder of Brian Thompson, an innocent man and father of 2 young children. He wasn't fucking innocent. Brian Thompson is one of the most successful mass murderers who profited off his mass murder in the history of the country. The man is responsible for more deaths than most warlords. Like, no, he wasn't innocent. Get bent to the highest degree. It was a premeditated, cold-blooded assassination that shocked America. How about a premeditated, warm-blooded support of people who need medical attention? How about that? Maybe if we did that, we wouldn't have CEOs gunned down in the street. Weird how there's reactions to actions. Huh. Whatever happened to fucking personal responsibility? Whatever happened to not having government interference? Whatever happened to, if he didn't want to get shot, he shouldn't have been rejecting all of those insurance claims? Maybe he shouldn't have been wearing what he was wearing, which is to say, the skin suit of a piece of shit. Anyway, after careful consideration, no, it wasn't, I have directed federal prosecutors to seek the death penalty in this case as we carry out President Trump's agenda to stop violent crime by murdering people. Stop violent crime with state-sanctioned violent crime. God damn it. According to prosecutors, Mangione had a spiral notebook in which he expressed hostility towards the health insurance industry and wealthy executives. Well, damn. Guess he should die. I mean, he killed someone, but like, well, he didn't kill someone. He allegedly killed someone. Look, killing people, not great, right? Don't kill people. And also, Brian Thompson was killing people a lot more than Luigi Mangione. And I would argue that his killing was far, far worse than Luigi's. Luigi's was, if it was real, right? If this is the guy and if this is how it happened, the concept would have been that this was a premeditated murder in cold blood. I would take premeditated murder in cold blood because of a reason, which is a reason that is shared with millions of people, like a pain shared by millions, versus a guy who kills people for profit, a guy who decides who can live and who can die to profit. Not only who can live and who can die, but how many. A guy who decides what the cutoff is when we've spent too much money on trying to help people with cancer. That deserves to be punished. So anyway, the stock market's going down. Self-defense, defending all the people that he would have killed. Just waiting to hear what shenanigans they pull to avoid having a fair jury. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're gonna do everything they can to not have a fair trial. If you had Pew Pew to random person, it would not be getting this much attention, but since it was a CEO, it's getting a bunch of attention. Of course, yeah. Yeah, like there's no lying about this. There's no reason to hide. There's no reason to like think otherwise at this point. Like it's just a difference in class. like it shook the owning class, and they're doing everything they can. Like the current administration is entirely populated by people of the class that were offended by that guy's murder. There's no one there that's a like scrappy upstart. And I mean, there's not usually going to be a scrappy upstart in a presidential cabinet, but like they all are explicitly and unapologetically a part of that class and don't give a shit about anyone else outside of said class. And so like the people had a moment. There was a brief moment where the people felt like we had a little bit of power, and they're doing everything they can to stomp that back out. I'm honestly surprised the economy is still standing as well as it is. Isn't Nebraska filing for bankruptcy? It's not really standing very well. Like, the economy is barely hanging on by a thread. To be clear, this is not the economy. This is a line, right? Like, this is a graph that essentially measures how confident rich people are. Like, the number goes up, right? Graph go up. Like, we've seen bigger dips. We've seen bigger gains. Graph go up generally in the long run, assuming there's still a country. But that's not the economy. That's the problem, is that this is like what people refer to when they refer to an economy. But consumer sentiment is down. Consumer spending is down. Prices for basic consumer goods are up. There are entire states filing for bankruptcy. There are student loans that are not being repaid. There are threats to the incomes of entire districts. So like governmental money flow that people depend on might be gone. Social Security is probably going to go away for a bunch of people who depend on it that aren't doing fraud, because there's not much fraud at all in Social Security. And not to mention, there have been tens of thousands of federal workers fired and then rehired, but then fired or put on probation and insultingly fired with claims of poor performance. And so they're fucking pissed because they were told that they were fired for poor performance to fuck over benefits and to screw them out of their protections that they would have gotten from working at the government long enough to get basically tenure. So tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people's livelihoods across the country in every state evaporated. That money would go into the local economy and fuel shit. That went towards their mortgages. That went towards their food. That went towards the restaurants they ate at, and entertainment and gifts and everything. That was their money. And the market does not have the room to absorb all of those workers into meaningful roles, because a lot of these people are also highly specifically trained and skilled and were really valuable in the roles that they were doing, and are just gone now, to the point that there's so many of these people that there are legitimate national security concerns about the number of fired federal employees who could just turn coat and go to Russia and live lavishly in exchange for some secrets. Like, they're genuinely afraid of that, and they fucking should be, because why wouldn't you? If you were trying to dedicate your life to public service, and overnight the country just crumbled to the point that you were jettisoned from your place of work with no warning, screwed over by it, and here comes a foreign country that is an easier place to live, that is a safer place to live, saying, hey, we're going to give you a bunch of money if you want to come here, and we'll put you up in a house forever. Like, why the fuck wouldn't you do that right now? Everyone's trying to get out of this country to begin with. Might as well shoot me if I lose my Social Security, because I'll die anyway. It's really fucked how much they're messing with Social Security. The metrics our media use to say our economy is doing well is so slanted and far removed from what actually makes up the economy. Yeah, like the fact that anyone in this country has to work more than one job to afford a basic standard of living is absurd. Flat out, you should be able to work a part-time job. I'm talking 20 hours a week and afford at minimum 1 bedroom of a 2-bedroom apartment that you share with a roommate or something on a part-time job. And you should be able to feed yourself reasonably and have acceptable levels of comfort. I'm not asking for people to just be given unlimited cash in our current system or whatever. Obviously, I wish I could snap my fingers and money didn't exist anymore. But in the reality that we live in, there is no reason that that shouldn't be possible. That seems so approachable. And if you're working full-time, there's no reason that if you were working a full 40-hour work week in any job in America, you should be able to afford a 1-bedroom apartment within like a 20-minute commute of wherever you work. And if that's not possible, we have failed, which we have, because it's not possible. I don't know when these things became considered luxuries, like having a basic means of transportation, having a 1-bedroom apartment, the ability to purchase groceries, the ability to go on a short vacation once a year is now considered like a privilege. The notion that you have any kind of break, any kind of personal life, any kind of excitement or ability to afford something that you would want, like wants are now considered like exclusively luxury wants, and needs are somehow optional now too. Me and my husband both work full-time at a decent wage, and he's looking for a part-time job for us to actually be comfortable. Yeah, it's fucked. You shouldn't have to work more than one job. And the fact that we have like teachers working 3 jobs, even during the school year. Like a lot of people point to teachers having the summer off as if that's like this amazing perk that means that they should be paid so shittily. Teachers are working multiple jobs during the school year. During the summer, it's just they've got 1 fewer job of their several jobs, but it's not like they're just being lazy. It's not like they're just spending the summer sitting on a couch doing nothing and collecting some massive paycheck. I have friends who are veterans who were like injured on the job in the army, like a minor injury, right? Not to take away from the fact that they are considered disabled by the system, like not to take away from their injury, but they are not life-altering injuries to the point of not being able to work or do anything anymore.
Hey, yo.
Who receive a stipend from the army that is more money per year than a full-time salary for most teachers, just for a stipend for compensation for his on-the-job injury from the army. And his life, like this guy that I'm thinking of specifically, is just playing video games and collecting that check. That's fine with me. I'm not mad at him for that. But the fact that that can happen and teachers have to work 3 jobs just to be able to afford rent, insane. Absolutely ridiculous. Summer is more like a month or 2. Yeah, like summer is their time off. They don't get to take time off. Teachers don't get bathroom breaks. Teachers are constantly working, and they're constantly dealing with everyone else's shitty kids. Color spin. Ooh, I like this one. Sort of like a melon vibe. It's making me want like a strawberry honeydew shake. I'm gonna stand on this. I like honeydew. I don't care who knows. I don't care who knows. I like honeydew. Honeydew and cantaloupe. I like both of those. I don't know what they did to earn all the hate that they've got, but I love honeydew. Honeydew you. This doesn't even include the teachers who have to spend out of their own pocket just to teach. The whole, like, hey, families, can you have your kids bring in school supplies? And, like, otherwise teachers are buying their own chalk and shit. I remember getting drunk at a bar once, and a friend and I did, like, back of the napkin math, and we determined that the government could sell one F-35 and furnish every single classroom in the country with the school supplies that they need. Like, multiple times over. It's wild. Let me see what this is at now. That was some back of the napkin math a while back. Let's do this again. Let's see where this is at. This will be a fun little activity. Let's see. Price of an F-35 fighter jet. The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II. What do we got here? Where's the cost? Flyaway costs. Wait, well, where's the... Are these the costs? I can't tell. I'm gonna look up another option. The 10 most expensive fighter jets in 2025. Cool. The website is Aero Time. Good. Decline all. A lifetime estimated cost of $1.7 trillion for the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter program. What is the most expensive? Okay, an F-22 is $143 million. Does anybody have that lying around? Does anybody have that lying around? That would be nice. All right. Giving children school supplies. Cost of an F... What did I say? F-22? Shut the fuck up. Where we go? F-22. 143 million. $143 million Doras. All right. So that's a lot. Number of kidlins in schools in the here. How many students are in school in the US in 2025? Fast facts. Back to school statistics. Okay. Pre-K through 12 education. How many students currently attend school? 49.6 million in public schools. We got 1.5 in kindergarten, 32.5 through grade 8, 15.5 through grade 12. So 49.6 million childlings. So we sell one F-22 for 143 million. Divided by, let's say, okay, well, hold on. Let's split it up by classes, right? Let's say there are, what's the average class size? Let's pull that up. Average public school class size in the US. What is that? Average class size is... a growing issue among educators. My goodness. 29. I want the 2025 numbers. We gotta have this. If only there was some kind of department that focused on education that could answer this for us. Leave my math homework and come to the stream and there's math homework. It's not math homework. It's recreating drunken math, which is important. Okay, but this is school size. I don't want school size. I want... Give me a number. Okay. Okay. We're going to say 25. We're going to say 25. All right. So let's just say that. We're going to do 49 49,000 or 49,600,000 students at 25 students per class equals, what is that? 496,000,000 divided by 25. That number. 1,984,000 classes, right? Right? Now we're going to say, if we say each one of these is a classroom, and each one of these classrooms needs funding for basic school supplies, we're going to say 143 million split over 1,984,000 classes equals about $72 a class. $72 per class. Now, what does a box of white chalk for chalkboard? Not that they use this anymore. They use those like fucking smart boards or whatever. But let's see. Just for a frame of reference. A 16 pack of chalk. That's nice looking chalk. Is what does it cost? All right, Staples. 129. All right, 129. 72 divided by 129. That's 55.8 boxes of chalk per classroom in free country USA if we sell one F-22. So, aren't you glad we did this? Isn't that, aren't you happy? We did it. 55.81. Actually, we'll say about 55. About 55 boxes of chalk per classroom. We did it. We figured it out. We solved education in America by way of Lockheed Martin. Isn't that good? We did it. We finally put education in terms that our politicians can understand. I paid $60 for a box of supplies organized by the PTA so it would cover it. There you go. See? If we can get our hands on one F-22, if we can get our hands on a single F-22, which doesn't seem like a big challenge. There's a lot of us. There's 70 people in this stream right now. If we all just like walk in different directions until we happen upon an F-22, one of us will be successful. So if we can commandeer one of these, I know a guy. That guy's name is Flynn, and he is in the market. Flynn is in the market for an F-22, okay? Because sometimes the squirrels are a little too fast, and he needs to be able to catch them and obliterate them from a long range with high accuracy targeting systems. So he's in the market. He'll fork over the cash, and then we'll be able to give all of these students chalk to eat. Because that's how students learn. So I think we've done a lot here. I just dropped my pen. That's pen drop count number 1. Let's get that pen drop count 1.
That's rough, buddy.
He deserves it for being a good dog. He does deserve an F-22. I agree. Chalka's forbidden candy cigarettes. I have told this story a few times on stream now, I think, but I'm gonna tell it again because I will forever be traumatized by this. In elementary school, I was a peer mediator, which was essentially a 5th grader who was capable of like basic thought and would be able to like have essentially peer counseling sessions. Like I would meet with like younger students who were not behaving in class or something and like talk to them about whatever to try to be a good influence, I guess. One kid showed me that they're like, the cool new thing was to take a roll of Smarties, you know, like the candy Smarties. These. They would take a roll of these, crush them, and then roll it up back in the wrapper. So they'd have like powdered sugar, roll it back up in the wrapper, and smoke it, like inhale it as if it was a cigarette. I will never recover from that. Like, I'm never going to recover from having witnessed a like third grader pulverize a bunch of Smarties into just sugar powder and then inhale it into his lungs. I cannot imagine that's particularly good for you.
Peace, starling.
Snorting it would have been more reasonable.
Is among us.
Name's Bond, 13 months, which is probably 13 months longer than that kid lived after doing that. Yeah, I would have been less shocked if he snorted it. It was the fact that he rolled it back up and inhaled it. Ugh. They smoked the Smarties out of the plastic. They didn't actually like light it on fire. They just like rolled it back up and inhaled as if it was like a thing. I definitely remember kids snorting pixie sticks. Just not for me. Snorting in general, not for me. Any kind of like snorting or huffing, it's not my scene. I have a very sensitive schnoz, if I'm being honest. Very, very sensitive. I smell everything, and I wouldn't want to like snort in some of that good powdery powdered sugar, and then that's all that's in my olfactory glands for weeks. Also, if you've watched Monkey Man, which you should go watch Monkey Man, because I've talked about it for like 4 streams in a row, there's specifically a very good reason in that movie to not trust snorting everything that you're given. I watched a classmate eat glue in first grade, and when she saw that I saw, she threatened to punch me if I told. I was like, eat glue, I don't care. I never understood that. Why do kids eat glue? Does anyone have that answer? Please don't snort Smarties. It's bad for your sinuses. That's accurate. That is an accurate headline. Man, that looks so much better in this setup. Hell yeah. Yeah, I genuinely don't understand the whole eating glue thing. Like I know it's a trope. I know that like it's a thing that kids do. I've never in my life looked at glue and been like, I want to eat that. It's like when people look at a cow and they're like, I want to suck that udder. I just don't fuck with that. I don't know. They have underdeveloped frontal lobes. I mean, same. Preschool teacher here. There's actually some glues that are like sweet to the taste, so kids think it tastes good, I guess. Fascinating and terrifying. That should not be the case. It shouldn't be the case that there's good tasting glue. If we can have bad tasting Switch cartridges, we can have bad tasting glue. Is it for the texture? Then it's so gay. Oh no. Oh no. I used to eat Play-Doh because it was salty. I thought that Play-Doh was like famously disgusting to eat. Also, I've never actually done the thing where you lick a Switch cartridge. Do I have a Switch game? I can do that on stream, I guess. Yeah, if you didn't know, Nintendo Switch game cartridges have a coating on them that tastes terrible, like presumably to prevent kids from swallowing them because they're small. Yeah, like that was a thing where for a while people were just licking their Switch cartridges. Speaking of licking things, I want to show you a thing that I didn't lick, which is I'm excited that I got this in the mail because I was waiting to receive this before making it available in the old merch store. So maybe I'll do that like now, live on Stram. But look what came out really well. It's a Skulls Keep Happening patch. Look at that. It came out great. I've had a couple of patches come out not good. So like I had a couple of patches that I wanted to do. One just said like hello, and it came out. I didn't like the quality, but this one definitely worked out. And I'm also about to get, I think hopefully today, I'll get a sample of a jean jacket with this embroidered on the chest and the wrist. So we'll see. Hopefully it all looks good, but I will definitely let you know when these are available on the store. Ah, I dropped it. That's not a pen drop. It doesn't count towards the pen drop, but I do feel like it needs to be noted. Pen drop count 1 and 1 patch drop. Seems fair. Okay. Let me do that right quick if I reasonably can. At least make that one available. Okay. Products. The patch. I need to give it a description. A great patch to not drop on stream. That's a good description. Public collections. Wait. Let me put it on the front page for you. Put it in here. Add products. Add the patch. Remove probably this because it's summer. Hey, I said remove. Save. Yes. Okay. It's up. If we go to merch from .dev. Look, I'm remembering to plug my shit. Isn't that amazing? That is a terrible preview render. It does not look that bad in person. I should get I'm gonna put a better preview up until in the meantime.
Praise.
Horrifying. I love it. Okay. Send this to here. Go back to the product. Add photo. Shit. I'm so good at everything that I'm doing right now, and it's very streamlined and well thought out. This was a great idea. Save image. Save. Upload image. Perfect. Move that there. Save. Oh, come on. Oh, come on now. Where's my I updated my thing. Where's the new image? There we go. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh God. Well, there's a better picture of the patch at least, and it doesn't look like it's completely busted. Cool. I mean, we'll see what the sales look like. Maybe it'll be a really, really good thing. Maybe it's gonna, it's gonna send me into being billionaire status because I've cornered the market on my patch industry. Looks like mouth tape. It's just that the preview render, it doesn't have this like weird. It's like it didn't know how to do the stitching diagonally in the other direction, but that's not what it does in the real world. By comparison, see, it's like actually stitched the right way. So I don't know what that's all about, aside from their rendering system just not being good. Skull and cross crows. I've just been calling it skulls keep happening. It's a weird preview image. It is, and I don't know why they do this. Why they hate us. Unfortunate. I have. Do I have other things to talk about? Oh, I do have other things to talk about. How about some good news? How about some good political news, which is like Rare. How is shipping only $5? Normally it's like 20. I think it's because it can just get shipped. If you get just the patch, it ships in like an envelope, like a little like a cardboard envelope, which is yeah. Okay, let me put on some different music real quick. Ambient. Yeah. Okay. Stuff. So, Francis Le Pen has been convicted of embezzlement and is barred from running for president in 2027. So Le Pen is the far-right party leader, basically, in France, and was convicted, found guilty of embezzlement, and is now barred from running for president for 5 years. So she can't run for president again. Which is unheard of in America. Like, we just don't do that. We just don't hold people accountable for the crime. Like, former presidential candidate did crimes, can no longer be presidential candidate. Wouldn't that be nice? Imagine the world. But this is a real thing. It just happens in other countries and not here. Hello, Gina. Hello. How is it going? Shout out. How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, so we don't hold politicians or rich people accountable in this country. It's like we have like a thing where we deify our leaders and make them untouchable, as evidenced by the Supreme Court decision to basically say that he has total immunity, which is gross and bad and dumb. And a whole bunch of other countries are taking actual action against corrupt politicians, and it's Bazonkerstown to me that America is. I mean, like, it's not actually Bazonkerstown. We understand this. We know that America exists to maintain status quo, et cetera, et cetera. But you would think, based on the rhetoric in this country around like being so against crime and so strong and values and whatnot, that we would actually hold people accountable, but we just straight up don't. We straight up do not. So there's that, but then there's also, this is just a fun chart. So if we look at, heyo, what? Wait, look who just subscribed. Cake Boss, hit that tier, that sub. Thank you so much, welcome. Let's take a look at Canadian polling, because it's really, really funny. It's really funny. So this is like Canadian 538 kind of. This is the current projection for the Canadian election. Just to be clear, their red is their Liberal Party. So you can see one party is projected pretty strongly to win currently, and one party is not even like projected to be able to get near a victory. Let's see if I can find a better, where's that? There's like a really good graph. There it is. There it is. So if we look at this chart, we've got I don't trust projections after this last election. Maybe this will tell more of a story. It's less of a projection, more of a holy shit. So Canadians are really, really unhappy with what happened in America. They saw what happened with Trump rising to power and immediately trying to just turn the democracy, what was left of it, into a dictatorship, and slap tariffs everywhere and just like go after people and be cruel and constantly signing executive orders that just fulfill the busted agenda from the like the MAGA movement. And there is a strong contingent, an undeniably strong contingent of MAGA people in Canada, which is very confusing, deeply confusing. Where's my music? It's like not playing. Oh, it's just very quiet. We're going to do this. So it's very, very confusing. There's a lot of Canadians who are MAGA, and they're referred to hilariously as Maple MAGA, which I love that. But after seeing what happened with Trump taking power, and it's like everyone in America and clearly to some degree Canada really believed in the American exceptionalism, really believed that it can't happen here, and really thought that a second Trump term wouldn't be exactly what everyone expected it to be and everyone said it was going to be. For some reason, there was a lot of people who just didn't acknowledge that. And I think for a lot of people, it's just because they are disaffected and they don't pay attention.
Hello.
But Canadians saw what happened. You can see this crazy spike is late January. It's when Trump came into power. And it is just, again, red line here is their Liberal Party, their blue line is their Conservative Party. You can see the Conservative Party begin to tank and the Liberal Party begin to spike, with the New Democratic Party going down a bit, which I believe is their Progressive Party? Sort of coalescing to Liberal? Unclear. Point being, like, this is a 9/11 level event. Like, this is, if you remember the spike in George Bush's polling after 9/11, George W. Bush 9/11 polling. See if I can find that. Nope. Bush and public opinion. Yeah. So this is George W. Bush's approval rating over time. And it started off around like 50%, hovering around 50%. And then 9/11 happens. And immediately he spikes to like 80, borderline 90% approval rating, which is like unheard of in modern history in America. And then it just went down from there, obviously, because he was a shit president. But he, take care, fun. Have a good day. Yeah, so his approval rating just like absolutely fucking spiked after 9/11 and then went back down. Bro, I just signed back in and the first thing I heard was 9/11 happens. Good. Perfect. So what I'm getting at is this is a very similar graph. The intensity here. This is a what? They were down at 20%, about to hit 25 point swing. That's insane. And this is very likely incomplete. There's an election at the end of this month. I'm so curious to see what happens. It was a wake-up call for a lot of Canadians, and Canadians are pissed right now, like really pissed. There are entire, like, there are laws about pulling American-made products off of shelves, and like Canadians are not traveling to the US as much. The tourism industry in America is gonna be fucked this year. Like we're already down, I want to say like 70% of the booking rate so far this year for like midsummer rentals and shit. It's gonna get really bad. So earlier somebody was asking about like how is the economy holding on? It's really not. We are in a holding pattern, basically. There's still a lot of money in a lot of places, and it's going to dry up. And it's going to dry up fast for some people. So, that's fun. We've got other countries actually holding politicians accountable, and other countries seeing what's happening here and being like, oh, fuck. I think we haven't seen the complete crumbling of a democracy or a purported democratic nation in a long enough time that enough people got comfortable thinking that they can vote for an authoritarian and things would go fine for them. I think that, like, there are not enough people alive today who saw the fall of the USSR and how fucking busted all that was. And it's going to happen again here. Because people just don't have that context. Canadians are selling off our USA summer homes. Yeah, like, we've pissed off our longest, like, nicest, most supportive neighbors for no reason other than Trump doesn't understand tariffs. My God. Hello, Dusty, says Minecraft. Nope. that's nope. The stream is really fun today. Yeah, I'm probably gonna play Palea here soon. I do think I'm gonna take a quick break, go grab a snack, and when I come back, I'm probably gonna play some Palea. Yeah. Are your memes made of steel? Jet fuel can't melt steel memes. Oh yeah, the vote in Wisconsin is a thing today. Yeah, Wisconsin's having a Wisconsin Supreme Court vote. They're having a Supreme Court vote. Hoodah. Ah? No, I don't want to share my email. So yeah, there is a Supreme Court election and, well, other elections, I think, too, in Wisconsin that is essentially a surrogate for everything else. Because if, depending on the outcome of this election, it could be possible that the Supreme Court is able to pass a redistricting or approve of a redistricting in Wisconsin such that it ungerrymanders to give Republicans less of a built-in advantage, which would threaten the current Republican ownership of the House of Representatives. So, long story short, this election is the first domino in a series of steps to potentially take back the House of Representatives for the Democrats if they win this. And if not, that's really bad. If they don't win this, given everything that's been going on, if they don't win this, that's going to be a bad look. But so far, Democrats have won like every special election, including places in heavily Trump areas. I don't even know what Palea is. Palea is a MMO cozy game. It's like a 3D Stardew Valley, but with persistent online with other players. I'm mad my computer drivers won't let me play Palea. I'm working on a fix for it, but I suck at tech stuff. That's unfortunate. Video drivers are either perfectly boring or completely fucked at all times. There's never an in-between. Starry Night Studio says, when you have a rep in Indiana saying things like, if you break the law, you don't get due process, I don't think any of them know what they're doing. Oh, they know what they're doing. What they're doing is trying to make people accept that. Like, there is no reality in which somebody does not deserve due process, even if they are a quote-unquote illegal immigrant, right? Like, you deserve due process. Because the second that you say, we need to get rid of due process for any reason, you've stripped due process from essentially everyone. Because at that point, the state can just claim something about you, claim that you meet the conditions to not deserve due process, and then you don't get due process. Because how can you prove that you meet the conditions for due process if you're not given due process? So the notion that there is any condition in which due process should not be considered is dangerous. And the politicians know that. And they're manufacturing the broader consent for the concept of removing due process. That's why they're pushing so hard against judges, especially right now. Like, there are judges that are just passing down rulings, that's the word. They're passing down rulings that are just in line with the law. Like, they are boring rulings that just say you skirted the law, you broke the law here, go back and do it the right way. And the administration is freaking out and claiming that these judges are like leftist activists or whatever, which is insane because the concept of a leftist judge in the United States is hysterical. Like, a leftist judge, no. But they are trying to get people to push back on the legitimacy of the courts and the importance of checks and balances and due process and everything. They want people to root for the removal of their own rights because they believe it won't affect them. Because people who are very selfish and who have not matured properly will hear something like, oh, we're going to ship off all of the immigrants and they don't get due process. And they're like, ha, yeah, they were here illegally, which means that they're bad and deserve punishment and are lesser. And this will never come back to bite me because I don't think more deeply about anything. That is unfortunately a lot of people. Who's the guy, the one guy on TikTok with a bow tie? He at least seems very progressive. Not the one who like screwed everybody. not the one who voted to ban TikTok, right? What's his name? There's that one politician from North Carolina who like made a huge splash by just being a very like straightforward speaking person on TikTok, and then voted to ban TikTok after making like his entire political career based on that. Jeff Jackson, yeah, that's it. I thought due process was kind of our thing. Well, yeah, so was freedom of speech, but we've ejected a student from a university for writing an op-ed a year ago. Okay, I'm going to go take a quick break, pee in a toilet, get a snack, and when I get back, we're gonna play some Palia for a little bit and vibe. Have a chill early afternoon. It'll be good. BRB.
Beef. Beef.
beef. Those things are good. What's up? I'm back. I peed in the toilet. It was great. I can hydrate. Thank you, Starry Night. It be Jazz. Thank you for the follow. I must have missed that. I apologize for having missed that. I'm terrible. I see that there is some discussion about the Cory Booker thing. I have not been keeping up with that. That like started last night as I was falling asleep, and then I was busy doing shit this morning. Cory Booker, filibuster. Like he's currently on the floor filibustering. I mean, is he still doing it?
Beef.
All-night speech to protest Trump agenda. Yeah, he's just doing a filibuster. He does this sometimes. I'm not like, it's impressive. Of the things that like politicians can do, it is undeniably impressive to do a, like, this says, 14 hours. Yeah, like a 14-hour long filibuster. It is a genuine, difficult thing to do. That's all. I'm like, that's the judgment that I'll pass on it. Whether or not it's effective, whether or not he's making a actual inroads. Like, he has previously filibustered long enough to cause people to make actual vote changes. That was real. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, this guy is the best ever and is the leadership that we need. It's nice to see them try anything, but I don't think that a whole lot's going to come from this, aside from Cory Booker probably wants to do a 2028 run. I assume. Just because that's Cory Booker. Cory Booker is a big fan of big statements. He likes big statements. I don't know enough about him to know how frequently he actually follows through. So I won't pass too much judgment there. Let's play some Palia. Yeah? Let's go see hot neighbors and do some chores. Palia. Doing fantasy chores. Because for some reason, that's fun. Okay. Open up the old Steamerino. I might need to update, in which case we'll figure something out. Need to see good old Einar. Oh, we're gonna see Einar. Don't you worry. We're gonna get my boy a fish. Palate cleanser Palia. It's important. Play. Hey, it booted. Dang, we did it. God, it looks so good. I do need to update my my wardrobe though. It is springtime, and I'm wearing my winter hot pants. Can't be doing that. Can't be having the winter hot pants in the springtime fit. Oh, hello, buddy. What's up? Troubled waters. Talk to Supira in the Temple of Waves. Oh shit.
Always have time for my constituents.
Okay, what's up, guy? Seen members of our fair community slipping off somewhere in the middle of the night? Or perhaps you stumbled upon the grounds yourself, but I'd like to formally invite you to the Magi... Oh, the Magi Market's back! Oh, fuck yes! Oh, hell yeah! Oh, we are doing it. We are going to the Magi Market. Okay, it is not open yet. Okay, oh, I'm all hyped now. We got the market and everything. My goodness. My goshness. Okay, what did we do last time? Last time we began reworking some things. We began moving stuff around. But this time, the only thing I have on the schedule is go see Einar, because he's my boy, and also now go to the market, I guess. And harvest... What am I harvesting? Potatoes? Hell yeah. Eat food. Okay. Oh wait, but I will say, Nope. Nope. Here we go. There are new things in the shop that I do need, like desperately, which is to say this guy, this good little boy, I can have this following me around, and I need it. Look at it. Look at this little guy. This is a good little guy. Should I get it? Should I get the little guy? Is there anything else I want to get? Like, I want to get more than just the little guy. Like, this is a good fit. Why am I only seeing the one? Okay, okay. Let's see. The dapper suit is not bad. Look, but oh, it's really good. Okay. Let me switch to this view real quick. I'm gonna load some money on the old Accountarino. My goodness, shit's expensive. Please hold while I make this transaction. Add funds. Add funds. Agree. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. I need to put a new card. All right. Well, I'm not doing this now. Cancel. I don't feel like putting in a new credit card. Fuck it. Going back. I wanted to like this, but I'm too poor and the monetization practices are too predatory for me. I don't find them all that predatory because they're explicitly cosmetic. Like, this game doesn't do... I mean, like, I'm not saying that you have no right to feel like that, but, like, I've always appreciated that, like, you can play this game in its entirety, and the thing that you don't get are the, like, overtly fancy outfits. But in terms of gameplay, there's nothing that's barred behind a paywall. So, like, it's expensive to buy shit, but that's because they are essentially taking the players that are okay and can afford to pay, like, a ton of stuff, like whales, basically. And those people are essentially paying for everybody else to be able to play this for free. So, I get it. It sucks to not be able to get those, like, the fancy outfits and whatnot without having to pay. I wish there was an option to do otherwise to some degree. But it's cool that they have actually stuck to their guns with not having pay to win, which most games have not stuck to once they started doing microtransactions. No pay to win option? Yeah, there's no pay to win option. As far as I'm aware, I have not seen anything even remotely like that. Pretty much just the cosmetics. Rice. Microtransactions. They're just ungodly expensive. Yeah, and like again, like I get it. I think that it's priced like that because this is a like very ambitious title, and there is no other monetization. Like they would probably have cheaper stuff if there was pay to win. I don't know. I don't love it. It's not my preferred business model. I would genuinely prefer for it to just be a paid base game or something with cheaper cosmetics or something, but it's complicated. Microtransactions are definitely not great for a lot of reasons, but do allow for people to get a free game, right? Like again, this game is fully free otherwise. There's no upfront payment or anything like that. So that's a nice side effect. Like that's a nice benefit. Okay, going to the Magi market. But I agree. The prices of the cosmetics are very steep. It is funny though that like, I mean not funny, but the difference in perception of microtransactions between the West and like China is very funny. Like there's such a different culture around microtransactions. They're just so differently perceived and not seen as like a scummy tactic or whatever. And that might be, I mean, I don't know. I don't live there, so I don't have the full like cultural context, but I have to assume that it's in part due to the fact that people aren't just absolutely destitute all the time in China. Like people in China get money to pay for things. And so like microtransactions don't feel so painful and so predatory, but that is not the case here. But it's really fucked. Like the video game pricing economy is completely busted. Not a lot in part due to the fact that like the average price of a video game has been $60 forever. And like people are just now starting to charge like $70, $80, $90 for like a AAA title or something. Fuck that, right? Like those companies are shit and shouldn't be charging that. But at the same time, we so significantly undervalue the price of a game and how much goes into actually building a game, how much time, effort, energy, and resources go into building something and fun and maintaining it and delivering it. It is hard. It is really hard. And like the price has been at $60 since like the 90s. Inflation has been pretty significant since then. So it's very strange that we haven't seen that price go up until just now. And because of that, that has been one of many instances of like not of devaluing software, right? Like people don't want to pay for software. We've managed to cram subscriptions in for like some services, but people really don't like to pay for software if they don't absolutely need to. And that counts for games. If a game doesn't look like a AAA game, people will question why it costs money. And it's like, because someone spent years of their life building this. You can pay $10 for it, you know? Talk to the villagers running the booth. Hi, Kenyatta.
The dragon, you're here.
Welcome to the Choppa Hut, home of the Choppa Chompers. How can I assist you? What are you doing? Suffering. My dad begged me to come, so I'm out with this dumb cart. That's sweet. Aw, whatever. Guess I'll just die from boredom 7 times a month. Hey. Yo, she wants it. She wants it.
Try not to die.
I want to play the Choppa game. Do the Choppa game. When does that happen? Is there... What else is there this year? I guess they already moved the other games. Yeah, like they used to have the Hot Pot game here, but I guess they moved that since last time. The only thing that sucks is that more people found Palia and now it has trolls. Does it? I mean, I guess I haven't really experienced much of that. But this is important. The dog is just wagging halfway into the thing right now. Hot Pot is on New Year? Oh. Choppa Hunt starts after midnight. But there's so much time between now and then. All right, I'm gonna go talk to the rest of the NPCs. Hello, Reth. What's up?
I totally wasn't sleeping.
Come to check out my booth or me? How much lettuce can I expect? You and your fucking lettuce soup. Like, I don't ever want to even conceptualize lettuce soup. Is there an Einar? Is there one Einar somewhere here? If I can find my boy, I'd be very happy. What's up, Hodari? Checking out the booths. I want fireworks. Give me fireworks. Excuse me, where's the fireworks? Oh, I can just buy Palium bars with the mining. What? What? Since when? That's good to know. Balloons at 10? What's balloons? What does balloons do? It's new to me. Heartwood planks. Okay, okay, okay. What's up, Najuma? Are those fireworks? I'm glad that we have a small child designing fireworks. It's important. They got to get that life experience.
I should get back to my thing.
Where are the rest of them? Those, what, 4? 5 and... Is there a 6? There is. Zeki, hi.
You want something?
Shoot at balloons, you get tickets? Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Come see what the real stock is. No free samples? I want samples. Fucking rude.
Stuffs I need to take care
All right, come over here. Talk to... Who was the last one? Oh, there you go.
What brings you back
I should look at the tills. Free stuff. I want... No one's giving me free stuff. What's the point? Oh, wait. I got free stuff. Excellent.
Can't chat now.
I got fine arrows. Perfect. Hi, Zeki.
I'm not getting any younger here. Ugh.
Hand out some flyers advertising my booth. Everyone else is content just waiting for the customers to come in, but I've never been one to rest on my laurels. Take this and hand them out. Okay. Lady Ruin just says, I just had miso soup with pork belly in it for the first time for breakfast/lunch, and it was so good. That does sound quite good. Pass out flyers to villagers. Do you want a flyer?
You have any cool stories to share?
Child? Here, child.
I gotta go.
God, now I want ramen for food. Goddamn. Hi, Kenley. Do you want a thing?
Someone to chat with.
Oh, hi. Here's a flyer. He needs me to go find... Oh, there's a loose chopper. Oh, no.
I totally wasn't sleeping. Oh. Whoa.
What do you need? Here you go.
I'll see you around.
Kitchen nightmares. Okay, return to Zeki. There's too many quests. There's so many quests in this one little spot. Why is this happening? What do I need? Shep. Special donations? Where's the other? Whatever.
Oh, I thought you might be.
Except, no, not you. I've never once ever wanted to talk to you, ever.
What's happening?
Like my least favorite character in this game. Okay, I got tickets. So what do the tickets do? Do I, like, get shit? Play the claw machine. Play claw machine? I would like to play claw machine. Okay, apparently can't play claw machine. I fucking suck, apparently.
Working hard or hardly working?
Can I... No.
See you around.
How do I would like to purchase... Ooh. Basket. Oh, they're used to... Okay. Okay. So I want to collect their temporary currency for unique rewards. Got it. Hi, Kenyatta.
Is Ashe now ruining your life or what?
Maybe you can do me a favor. Sure. What do you need? I'm stuck behind this cart until the market closes, but I'm starving. All we've got are the ice pop things. Some Pecky wings right now. I can do that. What do I get for it?
Try not to die.
Ah, Papa Choppa countdown. Papa Choppa. All right, here we go. How does this work? I don't know what this does. Where go? Okay, I got a Papa Choppa. Where? Everyone's popping and chopping then. Everyone's popping and chopping. What do I do? That's not it. There have been 140 poppin' choppins, and I have not seen this. Oh, they're over there. Found them. I found it. It's no problem. Got one. Got two. Got three. I'm terrible. Oh, I'm terrible. Okay. I'm mad. I can't reach that one. Ooh. Big one. Hell yeah. Oh, we got the thick boys back there. All right, the thick boys take a few hits, it seems. Get wrecked. Pop. Man, I'm very good at this. I'm the best at this. I don't think anyone's ever been better at popping choppas than me. Why are they coming out of the water? Like, who's releasing them? And if they were coming out of the water, wouldn't they be like far more buoyant than that? Wouldn't they be like way faster? Like, boom? It's the sound of a balloon coming out of water. The fish are releasing them. It's actually just floating fish poop. Oh, good. I have infinite arrows. Okay, I thought that I was like wasting a bunch of arrows for this. Oh, it's a big one. Oh, it's super big. Oh, it's got a hat. Oh, it's got a hat. Oh. Marksman 3. I popped 50 balloons in a single game of Papa Choppa. Damn. It's fantasy where you got magic fusion stuff. Yeah, but what about my my realism though? They're ruining my realism. Okay, so we've got Choppa Chase coming up soon, but first I gotta get
Hey, you.
stuff from here. Hey, give me shop? No, is it from you? Do I have to go to your till? Yeah, probably. Banh mi, corn dogs, bow, wings. Okay. I had to spend my hard-earned tickets on this, Kenyatta. If you are not going to drop it for me, then what is even the point of fostering a relationship with a femme? Seriously. I should be a terrible right-wing grifter type who says things like female. I should start referring to men explicitly as females. These fucking females. This place is awesome. Thanks, Endeavorance. Stop by and chat soon. Hell yeah. Kenyatta's cravings. Oh, I know what she's craving. Ah.
Bummer.
Okay. I still need to find a Shep. How have I not found a Shep? What the fuck? I don't think I have anybody at level 4 yet to be able to do that. That's because I'm a bad friend. But we knew this. We knew this. Party gets bonuses. Ooh, good to know. Good to know. So I know it's relatively early, but I think after this Choppa Chase, I'm going to be closing the stream down. I've been blindsided with a handful of messages from folks that I would like to follow up on that deserve some more undivided attention and are relatively time sensitive. So I'm probably going to wrap up the stream. Ooh, free thing. After this event here in just a few seconds. But yeah, still got a few minutes. Still got to do some Choppa chasing. I don't remember how this works, but we're going to find out. I'm pretty sure I just like run up to his Choppas, grab them, and fucking caber toss them back into here. But we'll see. It's gonna be adorable, I'll tell you that much. And here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Does it start at 1? Open store. Ooh, oh my god. Look at all the little guys. Hold on. I need to get all of these is the problem. The fun guy plush? The fun guy? Oh, wait, is it happening? Oh, it's happening. Chopper Chase. Is happening. Fuck. I was browsing the plushies. Y'all have been blindsided. Where are they at? Where are they at? Oh, there's one. All the way over there. This is some shit. This is some shit. Where are the choppas at? Come here. No! Come here. Haha! He's got a hat! He's got a little hat! Oh, he's got a little hat! Oh, I'll take it. Okay. Give me more choppas. I can't believe I've just been absolutely outmaneuvered by these little rascals. I hate whenever someone refers to the women as females unironically. Yeah, like who, what, like who does that? Come on now. There's so many things that like weird right-wing chud boys do that are just like, how do you function in society? Like, how have you not just been punched in the teeth by a normal person? Because like no one talks like that. People don't say these females. Like, have you tried women? Constantly blaming women for their problems. Yeah, I mean they're mad that they were sold a bill of goods with regards to how like having a healthy relationship works. And then when they hold the door open for a girl and she doesn't immediately start sucking their dick, they're like, ah, this is an affront against me. It's because like we as dudes spend the entirety of our formative years being essentially told that we are God's gift to the earth and like we are someday going to do amazing things and be a hero and a woman will like fall for us and blah 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 blah. You're literally conditioned to expect it all to fall in your lap as like a white dude, and then it doesn't. And when it doesn't, are you going to be the kind of person who looks inward and grows, or are you going to be the kind of person that starts saying females and fembot and complaining about that? There's a much better option. One's a much better option than the other. It's just unfortunate that the other is much easier. Void is the one that enrages me the most, yeah. But I bought you dinner. And it's like they want like women that will do the stuff they want to do from all the fantasies they've built up from watching way too much porn. And those women exist. Absolutely. You just gotta not be a complete fucking weirdo. Like there are entire groups, like lifestyle groups dedicated to that. You can straight up just join them. You just gotta be not a freak. Like quit calling people femoids. and you can do that. You're an adult. You have autonomy. You just have to acknowledge that they also have autonomy. And actually understand consent. I was so happy. I was watching, I don't want to spoil the TV show, so I'm not going to say what it is. But I was watching a TV show last night that did a really great depiction of reassured, enthusiastic consent. Like, there had already been sort of like the implication that the two characters who are about to go at it were down for it, but like still right before the action like really started, one of the characters like stopped, pulled back, looked to the other one and just said yes, and the other one said yes, and then they went for it. And like that's rad and pretty damn rare. Like a lot of times it's just like you know, they start ramming into each other the second that there's like someone batting eyes or something, which is like, again, it's what poisons people's minds to think that that's how anything works. It's straight up not. Okay, I need to get a plushie. This is critically important. Chop a pop. Hot chop a mug. Skateboard? Makeshift garden choppa. No hunt sign. Okay, but I need... Where's the plushies? Plushies. Okay. Get one of these. Oh, wait. I'm poor now. Shit. Damn it. Fuck. Oh, well. It happens. All right, well, we chopped and we popped. We didn't see INR, which is a damn shame, but I do feel it's probably best for me to get moving. Oh my god. Oh my dog. Do we see the dog right now? If you are if you can hear the sound of my voice, tab to the stream and look at the dog right now. It's important. It's important. Okay. I got to get going. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. As always, I'm going to be streaming. Oh, Doc J HM3FMF, welcome in. I'm literally closing the stream down. I'm sorry. I do need to close down. I wish I could be going for longer, but I got to go take care of a few things. Thank you all so much for hanging out today. As always, I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays starting at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern. I will see y'all on Thursday. That's all I have to say about that. I don't know. I was thinking if I had anything else I needed to say, but I don't think I do. Anyway, check out my merch store, merchfrom.dev. Definitely go check out my Discord community, join.astral.camp. All these links are in the description stuff and all that good stuff. Regardless, take care, be well. I'll see y'all on Thursday. Bye-bye.